Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is the new Vive headset. So if you're looking at one of these, then I'm just going to spend a few minutes just talking about the few things that I've found out. I've had this now for a couple of weeks, and what's better about the old Vive headset, other than what you're probably looking at, the fact that it's got a much improved resolution, which is really great. It makes a huge difference. I've had a few friends come round and who tried the old headset and said yeah, the old one was, it was a great experience, but the visuals are not very good. This is not perfect. I mean, it's not 100%. You've still got just trying to have a look inside there. You've got much better resolution, but you've still got those the lenses on there which give you those sort of God rays. So if you have like a very dark scenery with white writing and things like that, it really sort of flares off, but you kind of forgive it for that. There's obviously limitations in there. So what's better about this? First of all, the comfort. This kind of padding here is infinitely better than the old padding. The old padding was like a foam sponge, but this is like a sponge and it's got like a flock that's on it, and it's just so much more comfortable. This nose piece as well, I don't know if you can kind of see it on here, but it's so thin. Just try and get the lights on there a bit better. It is so thin you can't feel that on your nose at all. The old one was quite thick, so if you're wearing this, and I tried wearing my old headset to watch a film, and it just gets really uncomfortable. This, I think you could wear for hours, and it's a lot more comfortable, mostly because of this system here, which is really good. It's nice that it flips up. It's a lot more comfortable, and when you dial that in and sort of turn this dial on the back, get it set the strap sort of up nicely, you can really get that sweet spot, and it stays as well. With the old one, you'd kind of pull the strap over, and then sometimes it would kind of move around a little bit on your face, and then you'd kind of go a little bit in and out of focus. And so this is just infinitely better. And you've got these headsets in, which are really fantastic, by the way. The way that they can move up and down perfectly. You just pop them out, put it on your head, pop them back in, or just kind of half have them out a little bit if you've got other people that are in the room and you don't want to you want to hear it a little bit but not loads. So it's really good, the fact that you get this. It is a lot more expensive, so this headset is the price that the old head unit was for the whole package, and that's now just for this headset. But you are getting this the audio strap, like the deluxe strap, which you have to pay extra for, and now the increased resolution. You've got two cameras on the front as well. I've not really messed around with those, so I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe some sort of AR thing. I've not done anything yet that's used or utilised those. I'm not sure whether they're going to maybe try and do something a bit like the Leap Motion, where it's going to sort of track your hands or something like that. Who knows? The sort of the cabling that holds around the back is really good. Now this single cable, everybody was saying how great, this is much lighter, but I found it to be more of a pain in the ass than the old one. The old one was 3 cables that run down, so it was like a flat ribbon. And then when you walked around, so walk around in this sort of space, it would kind of, because it had some weight to it and it had a flat plane, it would sort of hang in a direction. This twists really easily, and then it's quite difficult to know which way to kind of untwist it. So I kind of prefer the old cable to this one. There's supposed to be a big improvement. It is lighter, and it's a single cable, which you'd think there'd be a lot better. But yeah, I found just a little bit niggly, really. That you've got there's the box that it goes into, but yeah, it does sort of twist around. So that's it's a minor negative. I can see where they're trying to improve, and you can go for the Wi-Fi. Although I've heard that the Wi-Fi is compressed, and I can imagine that would be the case because it's struggling with the higher resolution of this. If you got the old Vive headset, I think that'd be fine, but this one I think there's going to be too much compression on there to. You're going to pay a lot of money to have the increased resolution and then just drop it by having the Wi-Fi. So I'm just going to put up with the cable. That's fine. Hopefully they may improve the Wi-Fi and maybe something for in the future. So yeah, it's really great. Comfort-wise, fantastic. The box is slightly different as well. You've got a light to indicate that the box is on. You've also got a button to switch the box on and off. So if you want to do a reset, it's quite easy. if you can't easily get to the plug. I can here, but it comes as standard with the display port now, whereas the last one had a HDMI cable. But I think you can. Could you go to HDMI? No, I don't think you can, so it's display port only. Yeah, and then you've got this proprietary sort of, let's say, the single cable. So if you're thinking of buying a new Vive setup, then yeah, definitely get this. I had a friend that came around and tried it. He was absolutely blown away, and he wants to get one. I said, well, you could get the old one. He said, no, I'm definitely getting the new one. Although you have to buy the controllers and the light houses separately. For the moment, I think they're doing a whole package which is coming out. If you had an old unit, would I upgrade to the new one? Well, I obviously have, because you know, I'm a bit of a upgrade-itis kind of person, but the resolution was a real thing for me. The gameplay is no different. If the resolution is not a real issue for you, then you can save a lot of money and just have the old unit. Whereas I'd say where this makes a huge difference is that I play flight sims, and there are a couple of games that have like text or dials on them, and you couldn't see the text unless you like zoomed right in, and then, you know, so if you leant in to have a look and then you came back out again, which was just a pain in the ass, especially when the flight simulator, it was kind of unusable because you just couldn't see the dials and clocks and things like that. Now you can. Now you can sit there and you can have something that's, you know, more than arm's length away in virtual reality on a dial, and you can see, I mean, it's still not totally crisp. I mean, a 4K screen would have nailed it, but it's now readable and it's now usable. So if you're using this for flight sims or sim racing games, things like that, where you want to see off in the distance and you want to be able to see the track, and you need that extra resolution, then yes, definitely go for this upgrade. For most of the other games kind of experiences, you could go for the original Vive, or just stick with the Vive that you got for now, until maybe they come up with a price drop. But definitely, if you're a simmer or something like that, then definite must have, I think. Yeah, so it's great. I'm really happy with it. Haven't had any issues with it software wise. I think those kind of days are gone now. I think they've really sorted out the software. Yeah, there we go. So if anybody's got any questions, thinking of getting one, and they want to ask me some questions, then I'll post in the comments or things like that, or do an update video, you know, if there's any sort of enough sort of valid questions to do another video. So thanks for watching. Hope this has been of use to somebody out there, and if it has, then like for me and subscribe. That really helps me out. I'm trying to get to my 1,000 subscriber limit. So cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye.